Chronic inflammation is increasingly recognized as the common thread running through most major modern diseases: cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, certain cancers, autoimmune conditions. The inflammatory model of disease offers a unifying framework for understanding why so many conditions cluster together in modern populations and why dietary patterns that reduce systemic inflammation show benefit across multiple disease categories simultaneously. The traditional Greenland Inuit diet, with its exceptional marine omega-3 content, provides one of the most compelling real-world illustrations of anti-inflammatory nutrition in effect. The mechanism is at the cellular level. EPA and DHA from marine sources compete with omega-6 arachidonic acid for incorporation into cell membrane phospholipids. When membrane composition tilts toward omega-3s, the signaling molecules produced from those membranes, eicosanoids, resolvins, protectins, are less pro-inflammatory than the arachidonic acid derivatives they replace. This isn't a minor biochemical footnote. It represents a fundamental shift in the body's inflammatory baseline. Research on the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 intake consistently finds that Western populations consuming ratios of 15 to 1 or 20 to 1, compared to the estimated ancestral ratio of 4 to 1 or lower, show elevated inflammatory markers that correlate directly with disease risk. The Inuit, through their marine-heavy diet, achieved omega-6 to omega-3 ratios that approached ancestral norms despite consuming very little in the way of plant foods. Their inflammation protection came not from antioxidant-rich plant foods, as many anti-inflammatory dietary frameworks emphasize, but from the sheer dominance of omega-3 fats in their dietary fat profile. This is an important distinction because it suggests that omega-3 adequacy, not just avoiding omega-6 excess, is an independent variable in the inflammatory equation. A necessary note of complexity is warranted here. Some research on contemporary Inuit populations has found higher inflammatory marker levels than would be expected from the traditional dietary model, and the genetic variants common in Inuit populations affect PUFA metabolism in ways that may make direct extrapolation to other populations imprecise. The anti-inflammatory effects observed in traditional dietary contexts may be partially mediated by genetic factors that don't apply universally. The practical application for modern people involves two parallel actions rather than one: increasing marine omega-3 intake through fatty fish consumption and simultaneously reducing the omega-6 burden by replacing processed seed oils, soybean, corn, sunflower, and canola oils in their refined forms, with olive oil, avocado oil, and butter. Both sides of the ratio matter. Monitoring C-reactive protein as a marker of systemic inflammation provides objective feedback on whether dietary changes are producing measurable anti-inflammatory effects. The Inuit record doesn't give us a prescription, but it gives us a compelling biological principle that modern nutritional science has repeatedly confirmed.